What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Let's get into it, okay? Here it is, 97.2K right now. We're on the 9th of February. It's coming to the end of this week. 19 hours, 56 minutes left by the end of this week here. It is Super Bowl Sunday right now. Okay, I've gone through, and just in case anybody's curious, I've gone through and analyzed. There's no correlation to the Super Bowl and Bitcoin, okay? Other than after the Super Bowl, Bitcoin does tend to grow. Anything from a 20 to a 60% growth by the end of February, I suppose, is to be expected after the Super Bowl. So 20 to 60%, I guess, from this opening price. What could that be? 20% by the end of February, what? That's 116,000. 60% by the end of February. Well, it's a lot more. 155,000. Yeah, sure. I suppose I would think we're well above 116K by the end of February. In fact, I made a video recently today, Bitcoin February analysis, telling you what my thoughts are by the end of February. I think we will be above 130K, just to kind of summarize that video, but I think there's some good information on there if you want to watch that, some more statistically backed information. But about this video, the more short-term stuff, not just the end of month stuff, I want to look at the daily RSI and just point out that we are finding support in this area time and time again. Basically every time that we find support here, we do move up above the 60. Other than the last time, this one moment here, we actually rejected here. I suppose here as well, but inevitably we did make it above the 60. Inevitably we made it above the 60. My thoughts are it's less likely that we stop at the 50 and reject down. It's less likely that we go down from here. It's most likely that we do see a move that takes us back above the 60. And if we are to get above the 60 on the daily RSI, I would expect that puts Bitcoin back above about $105,000. We start getting back above $105,000, you guys. And by the way, I'm on a daily time frame right now, suggesting that we are bouncing right now. So I'm talking about this in the sense of, I mean, when this happened, you found your lows January 9th, found your high on January 18th, found your low here the 30th of December, then the 6th of January. I'm talking about a week and a half, less time than that. We're going to be talking about new all-time highs again. Right now, as crazy as it sounds, at 97.2K, people are thinking that the bear market's beginning. People are pessimistic. Look at the fear and greed on CoinMarketCap. By the way, you guys, if you're looking at any fear and greed index, I think this is the one to use, man. I really do. It's the most accurate. But we've been at a 35 for such a long time, right? You go on the 1 year, anytime that we get below 40 on the fear and greed index, anytime that this thing is flashing orange, look at the price. The price is this gray stuff. Okay, you see the gray? So the fear and greed is the colored line. The Bitcoin price is the gray line. If you notice, when we are at these orange parts, that's when we're at relative lows. And then we move up. And then at the orange part, relative low, and then we move up, orange, same thing, all throughout here. Do we just rip as soon as we hit the orange? No, but we're at the relative lows. Here we are at an orange part here. If we look at the price for Bitcoin right now, we're at a relative low. It's a higher low, but it's a relative low. We are at the most, in fact, we're at the most fearful we've been throughout this whole consolidation phase. And yet we're at the highest low of this whole consolidation phase too. So rationality, logic, in my opinion, would dictate that contrarianism will prevail. Most people think the price is going to go down. They're expecting lower prices, and Bitcoin is in the game of it's in the misery business. Okay, it wants to generate the most misery and pain that it possibly can. And it's ironic, or it's not what you would think. It's kind of counterintuitive. If the price goes up, I think that we will see more pain than if the price goes down. Okay, and that's because there's so many people who want to buy at these lower prices. There's so many people who have sold who want to add in at these lower prices. There's so many people who would miss an opportunity and feel the FOMO and truly be hurt on the opportunity that's missed if the price goes up. I think that it will. I think it's inevitable. And again, looking at the daily RSI, if we move back up to above the 60, a move like that respected in the price, it's not inaccurate. It's not 100% perfect what I'm doing here, but just eyeballing it, using my brain relative to these moves here, I would think that would put us back above 105K. If we're back above 105K from a low to a high, we pulled all the way down to our 886 and we get back above the 236 here on this fib, you guys. To me, that it's a statistical improbability to a very high degree. I'm talking about 90% chance that if we break above 105K, we're going to new all-time highs then and there. What I'm saying is this daily RSI bouncing here, getting back above the 60, just like this time here, just like this time here, The only thing that's different about it is it's not going to stop at the overbought zone. It's actually going to go into it. I think this is the beginning of higher prices for Bitcoin, right? New highs for Bitcoin. This is the beginning today, and going into next week, I think is the beginning. And if we look back, what was this big candle here? That was on a Wednesday. Where was it here? That big candle there, that was on a Monday. Tomorrow's a Monday, you know. This big candle here, that was on a Monday. That big candle there was on a Sunday. Sometimes we get these Sunday, Monday combination candles. Not always, but sometimes we do. You know, right here, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, candles green up there, right? It's not always, but I did a video where I went through and looked at all the Sundays, Mondays. Look at that Sunday, Monday right there, bullish candles as well. I'm just saying a bullish Sunday tends to foreshadow a bullish Monday. And this RSI seems to be foreshadowing more than just a bullish Monday, more than just a bullish Tuesday, but something that's going to last for another like week to 10 days. And I theorize that because of what the price looks like right now, because of what we would do with the fibs, that we would likely not stop at 105K. We would likely break through it and go to the next targets, which are all at new all-time highs. And if we do that, the RSI is going to get overbought. And the last time that it got overbought, after not being overbought for a while, the last time that it got overbought, you know, that was the beginning of this move. That was what started this whole move here, which is exactly what I started the video off with, which was offering the whole idea, or at least I think I started the video off. Didn't I start the video off talking about these movements here, right? You move up, you consolidate it a little bit, you moved up, you consolidated a lot. If I didn't, maybe I'm drawing a blank, but I thought I did, but moved up, consolidated a little, moved up, consolidated a lot, moved up a little bit here, moved up a lot there. Moved up here, consolidated a little. We're at the brink. I think we're going to get our next move up, which would at least take us to probably about 160K, but likely it takes us above 180 or 170K, I should say. If we look at this relative high here, assuming that we do move up, high to low, okay, consolidating where you're at right now between the 1272 or just hugging the 1272 like that, not even going back to the 100. It's very indicative that you're about to make a move up to your 1618. You're not going to find anybody in crypto. Nobody in crypto is going to tell you this stuff, right? This is stuff that I've learned over 8 years of doing technical analysis. This is stuff that I've learned from using fibs day in and day out my whole freaking life as a technical analyst. You're not going to find this anywhere else. I'm telling you this from what I know, okay, is that when you consolidate around the 1272 like this, when you see this kind of behavior, you don't stop at the 1414. You don't even have to stop at the 1618, but most likely you do go there. At least you could go higher, but I'm not going to call for a $250,000 to $300,000 Bitcoin by the end of this move. I'm not going to call for that. I think that just sounds crazy in itself, but I don't believe that 170K sounds crazy. In fact, we could even go a little bit above that. 170K is that target for that 1618 there. Again, it would make the most sense just how we're consolidating that we would at least go there by the end of this move. I think that will happen by the end of March, not by the end of February, but I believe we will be again above 130K by the end of February. We take this high to low here from that very significant halving time consolidation phase, and you can see the money zone, the 2886 to the 3113, that also encapsulates this 170K area very well. So 160, 175K, 170K, could we go higher? Sure, but that's the area that I'm expecting. I believe this move starts this week. It might start today. Today, mark my words, man, today and tomorrow are going to be green days, and by the end of tomorrow, not by the end of today, but by the end of tomorrow, we might be reaching for prices that are around 104 to 105K, if not higher. We get above 105K, you guys, it's on to new all-time highs. I got nothing else for you. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. See you on the next one. Take care. Bye.